This is the COMA Girl Daily Podcast, written by Stephanie Bond. October 23rd, Sunday. Just when I was wondering if Jack Terry was going to show, or if he was still in Las Vegas, the door opened. But when I heard the click-clack of high-heeled shoes instead of low-heeled boots, I realized it wasn't Jack. "Hello?" ADA Spence said tentatively. In my direction, I believe, although I'm not sure what part of COMA she doesn't get. She sighed with exaggerated irritation, then paced over to the window, then paced back to my bed, then made another loop. The door opened, and I heard the familiar squish of the shoes of someone on staff. "Hello?" Gina said tentatively. "Can I help you?" "I'm from the DA's office. I came to visit Marigold Kemp." "Then you're in the right place," Gina said, and since her voice swung in my direction, I assumed she gestured toward my bed. "Yes, I know that's her. The woman faltered. "I just don't know how to do this." "Do what?" "Talk to someone who's in a coma." "Just sit down and talk to her." "But can she hear me?" "We do believe Marigold can hear us. We're just not sure how often or how much she comprehends." "So she doesn't communicate back?" "No, ma'am. She has occasionally responded to her doctor's commands to move her fingers, but that hasn't happened in a while." "She's getting worse?" "You should make an appointment to talk to her doctors, ma'am." "Just yes or no. Is she getting worse?" "She's slipping some. Yes, ma'am." "And the baby?" "Is healthy as far as we can tell." "Thank you," ADA Spence said. When Gina left, I wasn't sure what to expect. I still wasn't sure why the woman had come to see me. She sat in the chair, and from the sound of it, slipped off her high heels. "I hate my job," she said finally. "That's a hell of an opener for someone you're supposed to be helping." "I work for a boorish, misogynistic toad, and he tosses me all of the bad cases. For example, I get the case with a comatose client, which sounds like a sympathetic case, but in reality is going to prove damn hard to prosecute. And frankly, I'm tired of spinning my wheels." I'm pretty sure no response is required from me. "Marigold, do you know what attorneys do really well?" "Lie?" "We lie. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell Keith Young's defense attorney that you can communicate and are going to testify in a taped interview about what happened in the accident. And we're going to see if he will plead to a lesser charge to avoid going to jail. That gets me a conviction, and that gets you and your family an almost guaranteed civil judgment." She repositioned in the chair. "The risk, of course, is they call our bluff. If that happens, we'll just fold and say your health has declined to the point that you can't testify. But by doing things this way, we have a lot to gain and nothing to lose." She made a pensive noise in her throat. "And I'm sorry to say this, but if your health is failing, the sooner I extend the offer, the better. Plus, I'll go ahead and get things moving as if we're going to tape your interview for, say, November 1st. That way, our story will check out if the defense digs a little." The woman is good. She reminds me of Sydney. "I'll try to touch base with your parents to give them a heads up. But they're difficult to pin down. Worst case scenario, I'll inform them if we get a plea deal and before we settle." ADA Spence pushed to her feet. "I have no idea whether you can hear me or understand me, Marigold, but it's been nice talking to you." I believe I'm supposed to feel good about the plan, but between you and me, I'm having trouble concentrating. I hope I'm just tired and not something else.
Hi, this is Stephanie Bond, author of the COMA Girl Daily podcast. If you like COMA Girl, you might be interested in some of my other daily serials, Temp Girl, Comeback Girl, Factory Girl, and Lottery Girl. Links to those projects are in the show notes. But come back tomorrow for another episode of COMA Girl.